I am just grateful for the experience. The performance was incredible. I had fun on stage, and just the response from people as well. When I was on stage, I looked in the audience to my right, and I saw was Samuel was crying, and then I was like, oh no. I turned to the left, someone else was crying, and I was like, oh my god. And then I looked in the middle, someone was crying, and then I got emotional.
Let's talk Rome.
Let's talk Rome, everybody. So, I just decided that I should give you some gist about the performance that I am so excited about. You can see I'm blushing. I feel like if poetry was alive, I'd be as well. I'm so in love with poetry, and like the whole idea that when I write a poem that I feel like it's so beautiful. Like my inner child gets so excited, like I become obsessed with the poem, and it's like I'm unable to actually write any other poem.
So we're here at Amnaz, and we're here for the fitting with my stylist Saada and my best friend Aisha, but Aisha doesn't want to appear in the video anyway, so you guys are not going to see her, but you'll probably hear her voice. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to see what it is. Assalamu alaikum.
So we'll place them. Yeah, it's really nice. Like, yes, I'm the movie queen.
Alex always wants to go all out.
No, I love that for you. As in, like, at least you get the best.
I swear.
Maybe by then we're done. I'm not as big as this. It won't be the meat won't be.
Oh my god! Like, it's giving Ariwa Queen. Like,
I'm actually really surprised.
yes.
That's the main job, but
But there's a bit. It's just what I'm looking at is the best shade of gold, Kingani, and then it's also the color, as in the fabric itself.
So I feel like length should not be more than 59, max 60.
Try this.
We can use one of the Dankunentembari as a brooch.
Like 4 inches out, it will tighten more, and it will, like, I don't know.
It's the memory of reinvention.
I think it fits. Because, one time it has a bit of black, and, it just made it very clear and obvious. I like it. Hi guys, so I just finished my fitting, and I think for the first fitting it's really amazing and it's gorgeous, and I cannot wait for the final look. I think that she absolutely got on with the inspiration that I sent her, and just creating that in such a short period, even though I was like, oh hey, I want to just wear just something that I saw on your page, but she's like, no, I can actually create something. I think it's just really incredible, because that level of work ethic and creativity is something really, really commendable, and I'm excited about what we just created. I'm excited.
Alright, so today we just did your hydrofacial just to brighten up your face, okay? And then we did a little bit of Botox on the glabella area to take out the wrinkles on the forehead as well, to give you more smoothed out forehead, deep and all that. So we just had to give you one more filler, just to give you a better lift. They're not ready yet. They won't see you coming. So it's gonna give you a very good outcome. So don't worry. This is your first time,
Yeah.
and trust me, you're gonna like the outcome.
Thank you. Thank you,
appreciate
Dr.
it.
Mike.
No problem.
Guys, Dr. Mike.
Nice, yeah.
I love poetry. I don't want to overpack this. And then there's also this free bubu as well, Nedani man. This one? No, this one. Oh, you know man at again?
My duty in a habibi Antanuri. Now you go buy for this year. Hey God. Okay, performance is on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday?
Yeah, babu come on
Tuesday, then day one, then Abene, so Zanji.
Kina kyau da dariya ki bar fushi ki masa nake kallon ki na ji sanyi tsoro nake ya zan babu ke wallahi kin yi mun kyan halin ki ya wadatar mun hawaye na ki zana share.
Are you sure you don't want brown? Or you feel like it's my regular color? We can switch it.
We can choose brown.
No. If you feel it's my regular color, let's switch it. Okay, that's fine. Come here.
Performance.
Bro, that's the day of the performance. So what's going to happen is basically, when I wear this, I'll go back to the hotel or dressing room and change. Kingan? Oh, I'm not a but I feel like I want to take this one.
Then take it.
Okay. So we can do this one, this one. Maybe Killian as well. Okay.
This is my own collection. I kept it here because like
I feel you.
you feel
Sharp, yeah. Sharp.
Yeah, this is my favorite brand.
Whenever I write a poem that makes me this excited, I become obsessed with the poem, with poetry even more. Like, it reminds me why I started doing this. And this is how I feel about the Rome poem. So I performed in Rome in 2023, but why it feels so different and I am so excited about this one is because of the theme. It's the Italian Coopera, which is the Italian word for cooperation. And basically the conference is looking at the global architecture, the architecture of global cooperation. And so when we had the meeting with the organizers and they said, oh, we want you to do a poem, this, that. And then I was excited. But after they gave me the lowdown, I started being even way more excited because at first it was meant to be an existing poem because I wasn't feeling too well. But somehow the idea of the conference did wake up my muse, and she wrote this poem, and my goodness, I'm just so excited about it. One of the parts that I'm excited about really is how I referenced Enrico Mattei. Enrico Mattei is an Italian, he's an Italian man, but what I did was I leveraged him as a symbolic interruption because he was a man who challenged the architecture of unequal power. So I invoked him as a metaphor for a different philosophy of cooperation between Africa and Europe. Hi, Aisha. Aisha is here, guys. You can't see her, but my best friend. Hi. My best friend Aisha is here.
Just
Hi.
excited about Rome.
Yes, I am.
That's great.
Tomorrow is the first day of the event. They want me to participate in different sessions.
I think, but it's optional. But I think it would be interesting for us to do that, just so like I get conversant with the space, with the audience. Yeah, and that's 10 a.m. to 6:30, but we don't have to stay till 6:30. So I'm thinking we could do 10 a.m. to maybe 2. We're going to have an interview with the UNSDG Action Campaign team before the performance. So I'm thinking when we go now, I have to find out, do they have a dressing room? If they have a dressing room, it will just be easier for me to take the dress, right? So that I don't wear from here and like start going on. So if there's a dressing room, we can just use the dressing room there. Then I'll just wear a different outfit for the video they want to do. Right after the video, I can then go back into the and just change, because the performance starts at 3 p.m. We're going to miss Salah. The last the last Eid as well, I came back like a day after. A day too. Salah is on Wednesday. That's the day that I'm on stage. But last Salah, I got back home in the evening, a day to Salah, and I couldn't really do much. And this time around, I'm not even in Salah at home. I'm missing Balango Aram and Teams. And Teams. It's calm. I think it's worth it. It's worth it. It's yeah. But we'll make sure to have fun, I guess. So our own Eid clothes will be I can wear the atampa when they're doing the soundbite, so that would be like my Kweli and Salah. And then we switch to the Roman inspired outfit. Second kind Salah.
Yes.
Cute.
So how would you dress it? Like, you can dress it on.
No, so my friend Rita
Okay.
is coming. Yeah, Rita is coming. So I think it's going to be fine. Should help me at the venue. And of course, I think also there would be some people that can also support. But the dressing, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be lovely.
Can't wait to see.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes. Papa, how are you? So good to see you. Welcome party. Yeah, good, and you? Don't say it. Anything about this
Yeah, tell me what's so special about Rome this time around?
I think first of all, it's just like the intentionality that I am holding it with. And I have worked with them before, and I can say that they're one of the clients that really understand art, and they hold it with so much reverence, right? And it's just incredible because when you see someone who appreciates art in that way, because after I wrote the poem and I sent it to them, it was supposed to be for a different session, and they moved it to the main event. And
Nice.
this tells you just how much they understand the effort and you know, just just how much of yourself you pour into art. And having people like that just makes you so excited because their excitement rubs off, because they're excited to have you, you're excited to come, and they're sort of like positioning your art in a way where it is seen. And I think every creative would feel the same way.
Rome. Do you ever stay awake wondering how many civilizations have mistaken power for permanence? Because marble is beautiful, but so are ruins. And eventually every empire learns that history may remember those who conquered the most. But reverence belongs to those who understood humanity in time. Perhaps that is why your streets feel older than history itself. Because beneath your monument is the memory of reinvention. You, more than most cities, understand that survival does not belong to the strongest of civilizations.
Right. So I think when we were at the rehearsal, the only problem we had was I think my pace changed a little bit. And this is also something that can be tricky with performances, right? Like you can be in this mood today and tomorrow it's a different mood and it's a different muse. And then your pace is either faster or slower. And so when when we were doing the rehearsal, I was slower than the music, and then it ended. And then we had to like figure out a way to extend that. And of course, there's the language barrier, but of course, Marco was trying his best to to communicate that with the tech team, and we had to find a way to do the extension because there was a drop, and that drop is basically what signals me to start. And so when it started again, while I was performing, and the drop just went boom, I got phased. But yeah, they fixed it, and voila, we did what we needed to do.
I'm okay with the loop. It's just that the beginning, it has that drop. So if the drop can be taken out before the loop, because it would be a bit distracting. When it loops, it starts from the beginning, and then the begin has. I just want the drum out. Is it possible?
Vedrete, lo ripeteremo molte volte nel corso di questa mattinata, questa parola, la grande famiglia, fatta di donne e uomini delle nostre istituzioni, certo, i manager e gli esperti del sistema della cooperazione, i nostri militari, gli operatori delle tantissime organizzazioni della società civile, i professori e i ricercatori.
also excited because of the dress.
Mm-hmm.
So at first, we were not going to do much. And a lot of times, even with all of the beautiful pieces you see her make for me, it's almost like, Portia, we need to do this fast. And this time around, she's like, listen, I want to take my time to design this for you. And so what we did was we chose a different piece from Amnas. But Amnas is like, no, girl, let me show you what I can do. So now she's making like a custom piece. And I am so excited. Girl, you need to see.
Are you trying to tell me it's going to be the Roman way?
Bro, no. I need to give y'all a sneak peek because what? I want to give us a sneak peek of what it's going to look like.
Okay.
Can you guys see it?
Wow.
Can they see it?
Nah. So you're going to look like Roman, Arabian, Nigerian, like it's a mix. That's an ETF.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I wanted it to be like a fusion of the northern culture and the Roman culture, but I wanted to do it in a way where the Romans don't feel like it's cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
And just a global citizens who, I'm just a global citizens?
Yes.
No, I'm just a global citizen. Okay, so I'm just a global citizen who appreciates culture, art, beauty, and I think I have this obsession with the idea of Rome.
Would you consider moving to Rome?
Please don't know.
No, wait. I said relax.
No, the way you're talking about it, like, it's so passionate.
And I feel like Italy keeps calling me back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, perhaps there is something in the future that awaits. Like, I appreciate the people and just how much respect they have for culture and art.
I'm on my way to the venue. See, it's here.
Rome. Do you ever stay awake wondering how many civilizations have mistaken power for permanence? Because marble is beautiful, but so are ruins. And every empire eventually learns that history may remember those who conquered the most. But reverence belongs to those who understood humanity in time. Perhaps that is why your streets feel older than history itself. Because beneath your monument is the memory of reinvention. You, more than most cities, understand that survival does not belong to the strongest of civilizations, but to those willing to evolve. And maybe that is why the world finds itself once again turning toward Italy. Not because Italy claims perfection, no, but because somewhere between history and hindsight, between memory and the Mediterranean, Italy began asking Europe a different question, a dangerous one, the kind that unsettles old systems. What if the relationship between Africa and Europe was never supposed to be built on hierarchy? What if cooperation did not have to arrive wearing the mask of superiority? Because for too long, Cooperation arrived wearing the costume of generosity whilst hiding the appetite for extraction. And somewhere in history, an Italian man named Enrico Mattei looked at the architecture of global cooperation and asked something radical. What if partnership did not have to kneel? Perhaps Italy's greatest contribution in this century may not be in policy alone, but in the courage to suggest to Europe that it stop seeing Africa as a problem to contain and start seeing it as a partner capable of reshaping the future. And Africa, oh my Africa, vast, brilliant, breathing Africa, too often introduced to the world through the vocabulary of its wounds instead of the magnitude of its genius. But I have seen Africa and I am Africa. I have heard Lagos argue with midnight in the language of ambition. I have watched Nairobi build futures from code and courage. I have listened to Dakar sing possibility into Atlantic winds. I have stood in Bunia in Kinshasa and watched resilience wear human skin. And I know that Africa is not waiting to be rescued, but Africa, oh my Africa. Our leaders must no longer battle with what is sacred, because the truth is, nobody leaves home casually. Nobody risks the ocean because they're in love with drowning. People move because hope is a stubborn thing. People leave when staying starts to feel like slowly disappearing. When leadership forgets that a nation is not private inheritance, and I know that Europe must rethink partnership by opening up doors legally so that the ocean is no longer a graveyard of ambition. But Africa too must stop negotiating with its dignity like it is disposable, because cooperation, no matter how visionary, cannot flourish sustainably where leadership continues to batter with what is sacred. Africa is not the edge of the world. Africa is the pulse of the next one. And when home becomes livable, migration transforms from desperation back into what it was always meant to be: exploration, exchange, curiosity, possibility. So Rome, a city ancient enough to understand that the wisest of bridges are the ones built after history has humbled us. Perhaps this is your newest chapter in reminding the world that cooperation cannot survive in a room where dignity is absent, that partnership is strongest when both sides remain standing, that we belong to one another now, whether global politics is ready for that truth or not, that the future is not in Africa resenting Europe or in Europe helping Africa, but in both continents finally understanding that history has brought them to the same shore. And perhaps years from now, history will remember this poem as the time that nations began understanding that cooperation is not charity. It is survival as it is wisdom. It is the human realization that no nation, no continent can rise sustainably whilst the other is left negotiating with despair. Because in the end, the bridge was always wiser than the border. And we know that Rome was not built in a day, but Rome was built together. Each laborer had at work at the end of their own fence is how we will build this monument for now and generations to come. So while we build the things that will outlive us, let us not neglect the things that will help us live. Thank you so much for having me.
Poetessa nigeriana, ambasciatrice ONU per la pace, che ci ha regalato una poesia composta per noi sulla cooperazione Europa-Africa. Grazie Alhanislam, grazie. Tu sei testimonial della campagna delle Nazioni Unite per gli obiettivi di sviluppo sostenibile. Cosa rappresenta per te il rapporto tra Europa, Italia, Africa e perché hai deciso di regalarci questa splendida poesia?
Thank you so much for that question, and thank you everyone for the love and for having me. For me, the future of Africa and Europe cooperation, especially with Italy, what I see in this moment in history is that it gives an opportunity for Italy to lead the way in redefining what partnership looks like. And we have a chance to turn it into collaboration that is rooted in dignity, in respect, in culture, in youth development, innovation, and of course, shared future. And the reason why I wrote this poem for you, it's because I felt that Rome itself is the perfect metaphor, because Rome is a city that is, of layered history. And Rome really represents so much that you can actually reinvent yourself and find your place through reflection and, of course, through remembering that you are human. And this is the future for me of Europe and Africa cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you. Signori, un altro applauso all'Alhanislam.
Got emotional myself, but I think overall it was such a beautiful performance. If I do say so myself. But yeah, and some of my best events, I would say it's really with the foreign clients, because of just how they take their time and how they prioritize the artist, how they give you extra rehearsal time, how you have to be comfortable on stage, how the tech team is so cooperative. I mean, it's Coopera, cooperative. So it's just always a pleasure to grace, a stage as such. That willingness of that cooperation and collaborative spirit really made my team's work easier, my own work easier, because of course there's the anxiety of events, and like the closing ceremony was like high level, and so a lot of moving parts. But I think they just did what they had to do, and it was great. And Rome almost became home. Yeah.
That really touched my heart like today. First off, I know that you were supposed to like ease the burden on me, but like I also saw the intentionality and like the care behind the stage when you saw like my nerves were building up and like you stayed with me and you actually started to remind me why I'm here and like how far I have come. And after the performance, like I really just want to say thank you, because when you told me everything, like it started to play back and I'm like, yes, we got this. And so really, thank you so much. And like when I was also on stage, at a point I got very emotional because, I'm looking across the audience and he was crying and I got emotional. And then I looked to the left, I saw another person crying. I'm like, okay, let me quickly change my gaze to the middle. I saw two people doing this and I got emotional, and that was when like my voice like started to go really high. And I think after that, that was when I ran back to the stage. But really, you being present all through, Marco, thank you for being my friend, really. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What did you feel during the performance? And just what is your thoughts? I would love to hear.
It was the most moving and emotional experience of my life, I have to say. Yeah.
Thank you.
I really felt so lucky to share with you, like from day one, all the journey that brought you here in Coopera, and then for you to do the performance with a poem called Rome. It was incredible.
Thank you.
It really expressed all your emotions, all your feelings, all your thoughts. It was
Thank you.
really an unbelievable moment, and I hope I did something.
You did more. Like you. I feel like it's like I didn't even know how deep our friendship was, like until we had this moment together. And I felt like if he wasn't here, I would have still been battling with my nerves. But he didn't just like calm my nerves. He went further to remind me who I am.
Alhanislam's performance today truly lifted our spirits. It opened our hearts. Everybody in the audience felt really, really inspired. It got the longest and loudest ovation of the entire event, at least in my opinion. And it sent a very important message about the need for cooperation, about the need for dignity, and about the need for humanity to be restored, and countries to work together, and really to find what it is that we have in common between different cultures, between different countries, between different continents. And she did it in such an inspiring way. She really showed that art can really help to open people's hearts, can help us to find the inspiration, the hope to take action, which is today more important than ever.
Alhanislam, thank you. Today you deliver a powerful, inspiring performance. You are just all Italy in your heart. From the deep of the heart of the whole team of Coopera, thank you very much for this amazing work. There is no better way to explain what cooperation is than the way you did it today. You just were over the top. Thank you.
No, I'm not. I did a performance in the auditorium. Poetry. Thank you. Thank you so much. You were in the suit.
We found this gelato. It's the way that it tasted, it was speaking to me. I feel like I found my own poetry in the gelato, but before the gelato. So after the performance, casually with my very dramatic outfit, I stepped out, and we was walking with Alex and Silly and Tenny and Marco and Mohammed, and then like people would be like, and then I'd pose. And they would take a picture or a video, and then someone said congratulations because they thought that I got married, and I was with Marco. Yeah, so many of them. I was with Marco, and Marco had my heels. He was holding my heels, and we were walking to them. Congratulations. I was like, oh, what? No, we didn't get married. But it was just so cool. I think that they're great people. I also think that generally, based on everything that I listened to in the session and the work that Italy is doing in terms of the Matai Plan for Africa, I think that it is remarkable. because I think one thing that they're clear with is they're not being hypocritical. They're being very forward to say what we expect is a joint venture. This is where we're investing in, and this is our expectation. But also, they are also hoping that Africa would not negotiate its own dignity. And I think that is such a brilliant approach, because then it's coming from a shared future perspective, and it's also coming from equal partnership perspective. So I think that's such a forward-thinking initiative. So shout out to Italia Coopera, shout out to Prime Minister Meloni, because of course it's under her leadership that the Enrico Mattei Plan for Africa has been brought back. So congratulations to all the African countries benefiting from this, and looking forward to further collaboration and an even robust Europe-Africa partnership on shared future perspective and equal partnership grounds. It would be my second time in Rome, but it felt different. I don't know, maybe because this is now the second time, right? It felt different because it felt like it welcomed me in a different manner. I don't know why, I don't know what, but like, yeah, it's I felt like I belonged there. Yeah, like oh my God, we almost missed our flight with Alex. I don't even know what happened. So we got to the duty free, and then it was meant to be just getting a perfume. Then before you know it, we just started shopping and shopping. You would swear that we had like a private jet waiting for us. We were just shopping and shopping. And you know what happened? Then we started seeing that they were like locking the duty free, right? Now in my own head, I totally did not recognize that they were locking the gate between the duty free and the boarding gates. So we turned to the other side. We were trying to go back. And then, you know, in movies when like a door is about to be shut and then you just put your hand through like, hey, stop. Legit, that's what happened. Like we turned around, we ran again, and then he was just like, oh yeah! And then he opened the door. Like everywhere was empty. When I say empty, everybody has like, it's like, I feel like that was the last flight leaving Rome that day, because everything was empty. We started running and running. Like, you needed to see me. E21, E7. Yeah, bro, you needed to see me with my 3 bags. I was like, oh my God. And Aisha Tofa was on the phone. She was like, say da guy miki kake tsaya kina shopping in banzan nan. Yanzu shikenan za a tafi Aboku. I was like, ki shiru. It was so funny. I know when we got in, like, and then when we got in, it was like everybody, it was like they were waiting for us. It was weird. Like, and I had to just act composed, like, so. But it was so nice. That's when we were like, Rome became home.
You know, throughout last week, everybody was just like picking a part of this poem and then, you know, trying to imitate her voice and say it. Yeah. She said, my son has arrived. Well, I think this is nice because, like, personally for me, I've listened to a lot of poems that you did in different countries, but like this is different.
Right.
I feel like I'm a part of it, you know, in some type of way, and tunes, you know. Yeah, because yeah, it's really great. Like us, you know, listening to you rehearse and stuff like that, and she's always carrying Jota.
Honestly, like,
you know,
I swear, because I'm using the other technique of cramming where you have to keep writing it until your limbs don't forget, so that way it's like when you're speaking you're connected. It's almost
well, we can't actually wait to see how it turns out.
I'm so excited that he's coming with me on this
that's great.
journey.
We can't wait.
So guys, beautiful. This is just a snippet, and I mean, Aisha was telling you about my process. It can be exhausting, and maybe these days I will start to show you what it looks like, because sometimes I break down Sometimes
Yeah,
the
she
poem
does.
writes me. Sometimes I write the poem.
Sometimes she
my
writes
muse-
us. We that like yeah.
Sometimes
Right.
the muse comes. Sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes it needs me to actually isolate. I need to cook for myself. I need to sing. I need to dance. I need to do things that sort of get me in that zen.
She actually did all these things. Yeah. Actually, within the span of 3-4 days ago, she did all these things.
And she's gonna do more.
Of course, before she leaves, of course, because the momentum is like, you know,
It's building.
Yeah, it's building.
I'm sorry, I know this is not the personality you're used to, but when I'm around my people, I get like this, and I want to give you guys a sneak peek of that, and just to tell you that I love you guys so much. You've been supporting me since 2017. The people at the back, I'm not forgetting.
Me and you. We're all at the back because I'm standing at the back of the camera.
Honestly, yeah, like I appreciate it so much. My audience have given me nothing but love and respite and support, and I just want to say thank you to you. And of course, we have the book coming up. The book is coming up. A Poet's Attempt to Freeze Time. I'm so excited about it, and I'm sure I'm gonna keep you posted. And for those that have gotten their pre-ordered copy before the launch, I hope that somewhere in that book you find yourself,
of course,
and it heals something.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the human experience. It's not in the light that people normally see me, which is advocacy. I mean, it's a form of advocacy, but in a different light. So I'm just so excited to be able to share my words, my work with all of you beautiful people, those in the front, those at the back. It's nothing but love here. It's your girl, Alhan. See you next time on the BTS.
Africa, oh my Africa.
Oh my Africa.